Tell me, stranger, have you seen a young man lost in these ruins? Maybe with two lovebirds who can't take their eyes off each other. Yes, Turin. We were separated while exploring the ruins. I need to find him. I'm sure he's fine, but if you do find Turin, please send him this way. I need that damned scroll of his. And if you do find him... I can't believe Turin's dead. But I can't dwell on that now. Thank you for returning this scroll to me. You have no idea how important it is. I will not settle for the fate of common living. There is treasure in these ruins. I will find it and retire to the life of comfort I deserve. Everything's ruined. Turin's lost and Jedda's gone off. And Orain's been turned into an antelope. Turin dead? And here I was fretting over Orain? This is an awful mess. Why did we ever follow Jedda's ridiculous scheme? Orain went into those bushes. I heard a yell and saw a flash of light. Then an antelope came out wearing Orain's silver necklace. My grandmother told me about places like this, how sprites would ensnare young men and turn them into forest creatures. I just know that's what's happened to Orain, but he ran off before I could catch him. Please help me look for him. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done. The antelope, Orain, I mean, he ran off north into the ruins. You have to find him.
You have to open the cage! The Jotun filled up on that antelope. But I don't like the way the big one was looking at me. Of course not. You believe that too? I just needed an excuse to get away. Marga has gotten a little too attached for my tastes. Just my rotten luck that I stumbled into a bunch of Jotun. Can you get me out of here? Sweet girl, but wants a little more dedication than I'm ready for. I needed to get away. She'd go on about these stories her grandmother used to tell her, about creatures turning people into animals. She believed them, so there was my way out. I didn't reckon on getting captured by Jotun, though. Thanks. I owe you one. Do me a favor. Don't tell Marga you saw me. Thanks again.
Something's happened, hasn't it? I can tell from your face. Did you find Orain? Well, my parents never did like Orain. I guess I can do better. There was this one boy. Do you really think I'd be better off? You're right. I just want to go home. Thank you.
The season is upon us. The time of the flowering is come. Yet I fear there'll be no ceremony, no flowering, no joy. Why, it is the finest, most miraculous thing. It is... No, there is no worthy description. But alas, Bodril has not returned. With no one to play his part, I fear it is not to be. I asked the mortal maid for help, but she refused. I have resigned myself to sorrow. She was looking for one of her kind. I asked if she would help with the flowering. I was very patient. I explained that the ceremony was far more important than her lost friend, but she would not have it. Mortals. Then I rejoice. Bodril's first task, your first task, I mean, is to gather the chrysalis. The chrysalis are seeds of sorts. You'll find them throughout the woods. When you've gathered them, seek me in Brunwath Hollow. There is more to mortals than I had thought. bristling. Each and every one. You are as a second Budrill. I will prepare for my part while you plant the seeds. Place one on each earthen mound around this space. Do you see where? Ah, good. Leave and go in peace, young one. Now, stand on the platform so that we can begin. Is it not? Why do you remain? That's not how the ceremony goes. You were supposed to give yourself to the sprites, as Bodrill always did. Instead, look at them. You've killed them all. This I had not considered. Mortals forever perplex me. You are not Bodrill, so I must make allowances. Very well. Although this was not as I hoped. You could only do what fate permits. But since Bodrill should be gone, so should you. Leave Brunwath. But first, have this. A gift of the flowering. Go in peace. You must leave this place, mortal. That is the compromise. Go in peace.
like the others. You are welcome here.
Come closer, little curiosity. The curious one seeks a way to the Fae, but it has found its way to the boughs of the World Tree instead. Rest, quickling, and I may study you. Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again. My roots spread wide and deep, and I have heard what brought you here, but I cannot see where you go hence. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight and protect them from the corruption that spreads in their kin to the east. I know your needs, but the predators circle Issa in her nest, and I cannot allow another to enter. Issa's end has always been certain, buried beneath Prismere blades. I can only hold back the tide, but you, perhaps you can change the currents. Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind gardener or a careless reaper? Yes, but will it be for the better? I cannot stop you from trying, but perhaps I can guide your efforts. A tribe of trolls has been corrupted with Prismere. Their matriarch, Gnarsh, has united the clans in the first step on the path of Dalantarth's demise. You can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken a more dangerous threat, like your ally, Aelin Shear. She walks a dark and tangled path. A path you once walked together before you died. But your path is your own now. Defeat Gnarsh, remove the taint of Prismere. Then I shall see who you are, if not who you will become. The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burns my roots and threatens our future. Walk your path and watch your ally.
She sought to bring the light of truth, to save a village plagued, to find a cure for them, her quest, the Maid of Windermere, her test. She faced the evil maid enraged, she trembled with her wrath. Undo your evil magic now, or I will end this tale, I vow.
There you are.
I thought I'd find you here. That damned tree sent me. He has roots and branches all through the forest, but I was so hoping you'd be enough of a distraction for me to pass unnoticed. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you, or maybe that you could help me. I've never met Gnarsh. Trolls and Darkwolfar rarely invite each other to tea. But if she's matriarch of a clan, you can be sure that she's strong. And if she's so corrupted that Nyralim is nervous about her, then she must pose a bigger threat than most trolls. Let's not keep Gnarsh waiting. Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep. What are the two Arthur doing here? these trolls ever went on a rampage, they could destroy half of Dalentar. Looks like the Tuatha have been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger. There's a time to talk and a time to fight. We need to keep moving. Be on your way. Prismia. What had the Tuatha done to her? Nice work. I see you haven't forgotten how to handle yourself in a fight. Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon. Obviously, the Tuatha had bigger plans than just killing you. Infusing the trolls with Prismia, trying to bring the war to Dalentar? Nyralim was right to be concerned. Aren't I always? But have patience. For now, why not take comfort in knowing that you saved Nyralim and his forest? Go, talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll allow you into Issa. I'll stay here and finish off any remaining Tuatha. You can tell the old mossy log yourself. I'll be tracking down any other Tuatha that may have come this far west. I'll find you again when the time is right.